This is a real question. Has anyone actually seen someone slip and do a backflip when they slip on a banana peel and make that whoop, 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 kind of the cartoon noise? You're listening to Bug and Moss.
Whoa, good morning, Bug.
Good morning, Moss.
Second time's the charm.
We had
Maybe.
some technical difficulties.
Yeah, I crashed everything, everywhere, all at once. But I think everything is okay.
We got greedy.
Yeah, we got greedy. We tried to stream to Twitch, and I just kept spamming the button that was trying to tell me there was a problem with streaming to Twitch. And I think that...
It didn't like it.
I think that was the wrong move.
Now, in our defense, that often works.
Just hitting the button.
Yeah.
Over. Yeah.
Eventually.
If something doesn't work, just keep clicking on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, okay?
It's MBD.
It's fine.
Good morning. You're listening to the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. I'm Moss.
I'm Bug.
It is 7:04 and 44 seconds past the hour. Well, now it is 7:04 and 50 seconds past the hour. Atticus is hanging out with us this morning. Who else is waking up today? I am.
I'm pretty up. You're less interested in being alive.
So tired, dude. I'm so sleepy. The way I get myself out of bed, do you ever do this, Bug? The way I get myself out of bed is I say, you can take a nap later. It's okay, Moss. You can take a nap. If you get up and you do the show and you do like one or two things, after that, you can take a nap, man. And that's how I trick myself out of bed.
I'm going to be honest with you. No, but I know a lot of people who do. I'm not a big napper.
That's the thing. I didn't used to be a big napper, and I don't usually go. Oh no sound.
No sound.
No sound. That's psychotic.
I don't understand.
Trying to.
But I know a lot of people who do. I'm not a big napper.
I'm hearing sound on the stream.
Yeah. I am also hearing sound.
And I see sound going out. So I think that maybe on your end, maybe. Can you check on your phone real quick, Bug?
I don't have my phone, but I can go get it.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well.
I can pull up YouTube on mine.
Whoa. Yeah. That's crazy. How are we having glitches? Can you hear us now? Okay. Atticus says, JK, my phone is messed up.
I hope that it is working now. That's so funny.
Yes. Okay. Okay, cool. What were we saying?
Napping.
I'm not a big napper either. That has changed sort of recently. I've been napping a little bit more here and there as I age. But that used to be a lie that I would just have to tell myself to like get out of bed and get started. Is that I could go take a nap because the thought, like the temptation of being able to go and sleep, is what I needed.
I think your sleep is bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't think it's normal the way that you are.
What do you mean?
I don't think it's normal to always be able to go to sleep.
I mean, okay.
So we're going to have to figure it out, I think.
Yeah.
You're a sleepy guy.
I am sleepy, but I'm only sleepy in the morning. And that's the thing. I'm only sleepy in the morning. Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's true. Except for around 3 p.m., I get a little bit of a sleepy bump. But a lot of people get sleepy at 3 p.m. That's the middle of the middle of your circadian.
I will say that you, I think, are basically sleepy all day until it's bedtime.
That's not true.
And then you get absolutely jazzed.
At bedtime?
Yes.
I do get jazzed in the evening. I think I'm naturally wired a bit to be more of an evening person, but I like the mornings subjectively more.
Yeah, it's much easier to be awake in the morning.
It's not, well, I feel like I like having a really big, long day, and I like it starting before the sun a little bit.
Yeah.
But my body doesn't like that. Mm-hmm. But I don't think my sleep is that disordered. I think, like, sure, I'm a sleepy guy. Sure, I'm not a morning guy. I don't think I'm, like, apneic.
It's not
I don't know if that's how you say
personal, babe. I just think you might need to talk to your doctor about it.
Well, what am I going to say? Hey, doctor, I'm sleepy in the morning.
Yeah, that's exactly how we found out you had a vitamin D deficiency.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you do literally have a vitamin D deficiency. We know that.
It's 7:08 on April 10th, 2026. My name is Moss. Your name is Bug. Mm-hmm. And your name, dear listener, could be anything.
It could be anything.
It could be anything at all. And that's why I don't trust you.
Yeah.
Except for you, Atticus. I trust you.
Well, we know your name.
Except for when you say that we have audio problems, actually.
Yeah.
JK, I'm just kidding. What have you got today, Bug? You got anything special?
I got some odd news, should we want it. We got some voicemails, and we're really just here to hang.
We also, and I've just realized this now, have a new avenue of telephone, which is YouTube comments. Excuse me.
Oh.
Although that is the only way you should say YouTube comments.
Yeah.
We have some YouTube comments. I think on the first episode that we put out, we had some comments from our friend Heather.
We did.
I am pulling that up right now and hoping that I was hoping I could pause it before someone said anything, but there I go. Heather sent this in, and I think this is an interesting thing to start us up with. I think we need to brainstorm a new word instead of foodie. Like, seriously, as a hive, we could come up with our own term that isn't so cringe. And I agree, foodie has gotten a stink to it. Foodie has been not dragged through the mud, but like, I get slid through the fart zone.
It's always been derogatory.
Foodie?
I don't think it's ever been a thing where I'm like, yeah, I love that this describes me.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that people call themselves foodies all the time.
I called myself a foodie, but it's like, I don't want to align myself with people that call themselves foodies. It's just like, ugh.
Okay, I guess that's fair. So I really did think it was something that people used to self-describe. Like, I'm a person who's super into food. I'm a foodie.
But I also think you can use something derogatory to self-describe.
But how did it become cringy?
Oh, I think it sounds exactly the same as millennial.
Okay.
I think it just like it implies this sort of pretentiousness that I don't think needs to be part of it.
Of being a foodie?
Yeah. It's like it's really weird to act like it's weird to like eating food. Like, we all do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. And like, I guess a foodie means that you've made eating food part of your personality.
Yeah, I guess, but I also I don't know that that's weird. I think it's more like you enjoy eating food and pursue really good food.
So what's a new word for that? My first thought was chewy chaser, like somebody chases chews.
Now, I think maybe we need to repurpose chuggy, because that would really work for me.
No, we can't repurpose chuggy. Chuggy's too good of a word.
Yeah, chuggy's just the mouthfeel of chuggy is right.
It's right there. Chuggy is so good.
Yeah, I would love to hear what everyone thinks about foodie coming up with a different word.
I'm coming up with nothing. I got manger, which is like French manger, which is to eat.
This sounds like when I was going to start a food blog and I was trying to name it.
What did you come up with? Why don't you throw some of that old spaghetti, peel it off the wall and throw it on the floor?
Well, my friend Morgan, who isn't listening, but if you ever go back and listen, hi, in high school, we got set up by our guidance counselor. Hang on, pause. Everyone pause.
Okay.
My, best friend in high school, and by best friend in high school, what I mean is we're still really actually good friends now. So, she is a year older than me, and so was a year above me in high school. And somehow in a school of 700 people, we had, I don't know if I'd ever seen her before. We never encountered her. And then our guidance counselor, Miss, almost had her name, but it's out there. Love you, girl. She literally was like, I think you guys would get along. You both approached me about doing an independent study about cooking. And I think you should why don't you guys just hang out? So she set us up on a date and we were both fucking pissed about it. I did not want to cook with this stranger I had never met. She did not want to cook with me. And we were very different vibes. She was very twee. I was very emo. And then we became incredibly close. I'm trying to grab you with my hand now. You can't dodge it. We became incredibly close and did an independent study where we cooked teacher lunches. They could pre-order them and we would make them. And all that kind of stuff. But we would like go to restaurants together and like split stuff and like make it a whole event. So we were definitely foodies.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you were set up to be a foodie by your guidance counselor.
Well, I was already a foodie, but now I had a friend.
Okay, so you're foodie with friends.
Yeah. But we did talk vaguely about starting blogs.
Friends with nutrients. That could be a new word for foodie. Instead of, like friends with benefits. Friends with nutrients.
It makes us sound like plants, which is cute.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think one of the names that we had that sort of stuck for a while was Two Girls Over Easy. But we didn't do much with it.
Yeah, that's funny though. What's a better word for foodie? 848 Moss Bug. Text or call or jump in the stream right now if you're listening to this podcast in the future and you have a time machine.
Yeah.
And then you can tell us. 848 Moss Bug, a better word for foodie. I can't think of anything.
Is Atticus saying anything in the chat? Because I can't figure out how to look at it.
Atticus said, don't trust me too much.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
And I think in OBS, you just closed the dock. It's up in the docs menu. We're still figuring all of our stuff out over here. We do need a new word for foodie. Let's take applications. Let's go ahead and we'll table that for now. We'll put that tiger under the table and we'll sort of come back to yell at that tiger later.
Yeah.
Right now, why don't we hop over to the voicemail box? This comes in from an unknown number and transcription not available.
Oh, bold.
Hey, Bug and Moss. This is Shane here, and...
Hey, Shane.
Hey, so I was just listening to your podcast today. Great episode, by the way. Heather kept hounding me this morning until I listened to it.
Mm-hmm. I was like, listen. You got to listen.
Yeah, she was really going off about the whole mix stuff and everything. We'll talk about that too. But yes, we have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of ideas. There's a lot of things I want to talk to you about.
Right.
And so I just was talking to Heather. I said, hey, let's call him up right now and talk to him. She said she's not ready.
I'm not ready.
And that's okay. But, we just want to say that we're big-time fans, first-time caller. Not often a listener, but that's going to change.
Hell yeah. Don't like the show, but listen up.
Today's episode was really, really special. And we're going to do everything we can to help you. And we'll put out, we'll share the Patreon. And as you were saying, what was it? Like click like or lick the heart or I can't remember.
Yeah, that sounds
it was
right.
lick the bell. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm all about licking the bell. I'm like, yeah, let's lick the bell.
Lick the bell.
I'll lick the bell. Where's the bell right now? I need a bell, in fact, to lick on a regular basis.
You are a bell licker.
Well, I think it'd be great. In fact, I'm thinking about buying one right now and setting it beside my bed so when I get up every morning, I can lick the bell for good luck.
Lick the bell. That actually is an ADHD moment, and it made me think of when my last name used to be Cabaltica, and then like all my friends were calling me the Cabal Tickler. Anyway, yeah.
Why does that? Does that have any bearing on this call?
It has nothing to do with.
I get it.
We didn't script this call, in case you noticed.
No,
she said she didn't have anything planned.
Clearly,
So,
even though I begged that we needed to like have a
No, it's too late. But yes, I want to talk about mix. I want to talk about mix because I'm an old school BattleTech player back from the day when it was like.
Of course you are,
the
Shane.
big tabletop role playing game, and we would have epic sessions in college where we'd play all night and just blow the shit out of each other with these big massive mix. It was awesome. But I think it'd be great to have
a chicken or something, or you had potatoes, baked potatoes.
Though that was in the 80s when I was growing up, like when you watch something like from Stranger Things, my friends and I would get together in the neighborhood. My friends and I would play Dungeons and Dragons on like a snow day, and we didn't have anything to eat, and we're poor because we were like junior high kids that lived in the country and made no money and got maybe allowances every now and then. So we would get stuff like bags of potatoes and cheap Wonder Bread and garlic butter, and then we'd get pasta, and we'd have these big bowls of massive pasta and cheap garlic bread. And loaded potatoes with like cheese, and if we were lucky, we could make some broccoli, because that was
You're lucky
but it was
you could have broccoli.
That's still true, Heather. Have you seen the price of broccoli?
So that voicemail cuts off right at the 3-minute mark. Before we even got to talking about mechs and BattleTech and stuff, but Shane, fellow BattleTech fan, I have not played the tabletop game, but that is Only because it's an intimidating one. Like, if you think Dungeons and Dragons has a lot of rules, those mech games have like a million rules. It's like, oh, I'm going to shoot this way, but which way is the wind blowing and am I overheating and which part are you aiming for? And it's like really cool and stuff. But I've always been too intimidated to try it.
Say less. I'm so uninterested. You say you think Dungeons and Dragons has a lot of rules, and I do. So that's good.
The BattleTech games, though, there's a great one you can play now, which is just like that. It's the tabletop game, but in a video game form, so all that like math and crunchiness is handled
and
for you.
And it looks cool. Like the way they do it is actually really cool visually.
And there's mods and shit. There's so much going on. It's wicked fun.
Heather told me, oh, me and Shane left you like a 28-minute voicemail. And I was like, Heather, I bet you didn't. I can tell you right now that you probably left about a 3-minute voicemail.
That's funny. Well, obviously, they didn't know that it got cut off. So
I'm really glad that we got that 3-minute chunk.
Yeah, me too. Also, what phone are you on, Shane? Your phone sounds really good.
Yeah, y'all sound great. I think it might just be that they're loud.
Speaking of like phone call quality that's good, I did see this voicemail transcript come through. And so this one is less of a sharing and chatting moment and more of a public service to our little friend, Michael.
Hey, Bug and Moss. It's Michael Colby. Hey, I just got some new lav mics delivered to me, and I'm testing them out. I didn't test them before, and I'm not going to know how they sound until you play this voicemail on your telephone show. So, I don't have anything else to say. I just wanted to see if these microphones worked. But I do look like a real TikToker now because I'm holding the lav mic in my hand and it has the fuzzy top on it and everything. I look like a real dingus. All right, love you, bye.
There you go, Michael. That's how it sounds. Honestly, pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Really clear. Got that dead cat on there. Keep the wind out.
The idea of using, as an audio person, the idea of using a telephone voicemail as the way to check the quality of your microphone is one of the most unhinged things possible. At the same time, kind of loving the idea of laundering audio through this show. Like, it would be very funny.
Yeah.
It made me think of like if someone had some lines to record, and so for like for a show or a commercial or something, they're like, all right, I'm going to leave this as a voicemail, and then when you play it, I'm going to clip that out of your show.
Yeah, this is a PSA. You can definitely use our show for that. If you need to like record a little chunk of calling into a radio show for your audio drama or whatever, hit us up in the email.
Yeah, that's just very funny. Hey, there you are. Hey, Michael's here with us today, or Jack Billings is here with us today. I never know who's signed in, saying they sounded pretty good. So yeah, there's your audio test for you. It is 7:21. It is April 10th already, right? Yeah, April 10th. And we are cooking on this telephone show. We've got like 10 minutes left in the show this morning. Couple technical hurdles that we got over. Jack Billings says, I sent 3 real voicemails. I do see one right here. Right here. Here we go. Why don't we do this? Let's drop in. This is from Michael Colby.
Bug and Moss. Hopefully you're not playing this voicemail before my last voicemail, because I literally need you to play that last voicemail. I need to know if I'm insane or not. But this is in reference to I believe it was Ty's voicemail about things that people do in movies. I don't have anything that they do well, but anytime someone in a movie plays a video game, they look absolutely ridiculous. Mm-hmm. They're always like tilting the controller and like pressing 900 more buttons than they need to. And then they'll show what's happening on the screen, and it's like a dude jumping. And it's like, what are you doing? Have you never played a video game in your life? It's the same way with guitar, because people are just like jamming on these guitars, and they're playing like a power chord in real life. It's nauseating. But yeah. if you have played this in its entirety, and it's before my last couple that I sent like 9 weeks ago, I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to fart on all of your food for a week. All right, love you, bye.
Okay, we'll talk about that later, Michael. We'll talk about that later. First, I want to address what you pointed out. So Ty's question the other day was all about things that you have seen depictions of in movies where it's like a niche skill or something niche that you're really familiar with, and seeing movies that either do it really well or really poorly. Ty used the example of that podcasting movie as being a good depiction of podcasting. I agree. Anytime anyone is playing a video game in a movie, they literally do exactly what you described. They hold the controller up at like nipple height. Mm-hmm. So first they hold it way up close to their fucking face, and they twist twice, like left and right while clicking, and then they go, oh, and then they put the controller down in their lap. And then and like that is it. It is weird. It's like every actor just has that like pre-built animation, and they use that for playing video games.
It's got to be a directing problem, because I can just imagine a director not knowing that you can just go watch streams and see what people actually look like playing video games. Although arguably you can't. It's usually just gameplay footage. But
I mean, also like I think it probably just looks like.
Yeah, that's what it's just probably like, can you make it look more like you're doing something without thinking about how weird that is if you know what it is to play a video game? Mine is weird. I just thought of one, and I think that this is really true, because at first I was like, movies about cooking are always really weird, but of course they are. That's boring. You know, we've all seen No Reservations. But people reading books in movies.
Oh, yeah?
They're always like fucking holding it up here and like walking down the street. And like, you know, it's just to the main character and be like, wow, I bet she can fix me. Look at how she can read. She can hold the book 10 feet away from her face, or like sitting on a bench, like with it like this.
That is true. There are some weird book reading poses that pop up. The way we romanticize book reading is also interesting. There's like, we as a society in some ways, and I feel like particularly like the early 2000s movies, we like fetishized book readings. You know what I mean? Yeah,
we definitely did. I feel like...
Not book readings, but like someone who reads books.
Yeah, you're not... we can all read.
Yeah.
Like... I still... Listen.
Okay.
Our reading comprehension might be suffering, but you can read, pick up a book, try it out. You'll get used to it. Don't let anyone make you think they're special because they can read a book. It's like film bros. It's like we can all watch movies. And just because you only like boring ones doesn't mean you're more interesting.
But it used to be like, oh, that person reads. Ooh, they read. They have glasses and they read.
Well, that was literally my entire personality, is that I didn't have any friends or any very interesting things that I was doing, and I just escaped into books to avoid conversations with people. And I had glasses.
Well, and you're really cute. So, like, what am I saying? Maybe it's true.
Maybe it works. Maybe I am special. Maybe other people can't read as good.
Not like other girls.
Yeah.
There is only one bug, after all.
I think there's actually a lot of bugs, and they outpopulate people.
That's true. It is 7:27. We are coming up right here on near the end of the show, 5 minutes, because we had a couple technical glitches. And since we are close to clearing up parts of this region of the voicemail inbox, I want to get to this voicemail from Ty. But first, some messages from the chat. Jack Billings says, everyone knows what playing video games looks like now, angry face. In regards to the book thing, they're curled up in a papasan chair, knees to chest, and dreamily looking at the book. Yeah. Oh, man. The way I want a papasan chair and the way they keep cropping up.
We were talking about papasan chairs last night.
Literally last night we were talking about papasan chairs. I like anything that is like a little cup for me. A little cup for me.
I want that chair that's in Men in Black. Mason hasn't seen Men in Black. I'll fix it. But there's this chair that's like an egg cup that Will Smith is inside. And it's played like what a weird chair. And I'm like, I wish it was more sealed. I wish I could be fully encased in this chair and like open a little window to peek out.
Any chair that is like cozy like that cups you.
Yeah, I'm into that.
I'm so into that.
And Atticus has confirmed there are at least 5 or 6 bugs.
There are at least 5 or 6 bugs. I suspect that Ty might be one of them. Here's a voicemail from Ty.
Howdy, Buttigieg and Moss. Jordan Reed recently called in. Oh, this is Ty. This is Ty. I should also include my name. Jordan Reed recently called in with a question of like, what are the things that you're a sucker for, that you hear that this is on offer and you're like, oh, hell yeah, give me that. For me, that would be flights. Give me a flight. Give me a flight of anything. A flight of water ice. I'll do that. A flight of beers. Yes, please. A flight of tequila. Yes. A flight of grits. I will do that. Give me a flight.
Flight of steaks.
I will take a flight of whatever that is. If that's on the menu, I'm getting it. So that leads me to my question for you folks, you two. What is a flight that you would like to experience? If you could go to any sort of event or any sort of restaurant and get a smaller portion of like 3 or 4 variations on one thing, what would you like that to be?
Interesting.
Bye.
Interesting. What is a flight that you would like to create?
I have very strong opinions about this.
Oh, what a good question, Ty. What is your opinions, Bug?
Ty, first of all, do you fuck with the tapas? Because I love tapas. I think every single type of food should be flightable. I think portions are too big, and I don't want that much of whatever shit that is. I want bites of everything on your menu. I want a tasting menu at every restaurant I go to. I want to be able to go to Applebee's and say, may I please have your tasting menu, a small selection of everything. Thank you.
So just like as a flight of everything in a place, like a signature flight?
Yeah, well, so a tasting menu is like if you go to a really fancy restaurant, you might be able to get like a set course selection of their offering.
A flight is specifically, I think it has to be variations of one thing, right? If you can't just get a sample, because otherwise it's a sampler. Because like a flight of wings or a flight of beers or, as Jack Billings just said, a flight of curry.
Ooh.
It's got to be the one item, and then you have like variations of it. I think.
Well then it's a side tangent about how I think every place should let me have more bites of several things.
Yeah.
Do you have an immediate thing that jumps to mind that you want in a flight?
It's an obvious one, but like coffee, I feel like would be an illuminating flight.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of flights, a bird just flew by. Lot of birds flying by.
That's his favorite kind of flight.
Yeah, my favorite kind of flight of birds. It's my favorite kind of flight. That would actually be kind of an ironic thing if you had a restaurant that sold like turkey and quail and chicken.
A flight of birds.
Yeah.
I do find I
Is
might
it turducken? A flight of birds that had a bird strike?
That's right. I mean, I think my immediate instinct was kind of similar though, where I think flights of meat would be really interesting. Like I'd be really interested to try like a really good cut of, or I'd be interested to just try like several different kinds of beef. Like that would be interesting to me, like a Wagyu beef, and then like, you know, like different ways that you would raise herds, or like beef alongside bison, alongside some other like large game, or like several kinds of birds, like wild turkey alongside quail, alongside whatever. Because I think that would be really illuminating. I would learn a lot. What a flight of eggs.
A flight of eggs would be interesting.
I've had a flight of deviled eggs, but I was thinking like different kind of bird
duck
eggs.
Egg.
Yeah.
Have you ever had quail eggs?
Yes.
Oh,
and duck eggs.
I need to try them. My friend Elias was telling me about them.
They have them at the Asian market.
Yeah. They're really little.
They're really little, but I have made them before. They're cute.
Oh, we got a minute and 22 seconds before that music starts playing. What's another thing that's a good flight?
Atticus said Cooking with Food flights episode, and that's very fun.
Yeah, you two need to do an episode of Cooking with Food where you make flights of some kind. Something that you can enjoy a lot of the same thing. Small amounts of a lot of the same thing.
Well, going back to the idea of a sampler platter, I feel like it would be interesting if more appetizers were like, instead of getting crab rangoons, you get like 3 or 4 different fried dumplings that have different fillings.
A flight of dumplings?
Yeah, or like several egg rolls that are all each different.
Everything I'm thinking of is like a flight of microphones.
We have that at home. We have flight of microphones at home.
Yeah, I have a flight of microphones in the closet. We need a new word for foodie, because I was just going to try and come up with another one. I was going to say I wasn't born with the foodie gene. A flight of food, says Jack Billings.
That's what I'm saying. It is all food. Exactly. Yes. Tapas are just a flight of food.
I love eating food and being
Atticus said pierogies.
Pierogies is also
Periogies
good.
is what we're closing on.
Yeah, Periogies is how I grew up saying that word, and no one corrected me for a long time. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
I hate that anyone ever did. I wish you still didn't know.
Thanks for hanging out with me, Bug. Thanks for hanging out with us, everyone. Love you.
Love you.
This is Bug and Moss.